Hello and welcome back. I want to say a huge thank you to all my subscribers, particularly all the new ones that have joined me in the last couple of weeks. I thought this would be a great opportunity to give you the hows and whys I decided to go travelling. So, first of all, I'm in my early 50s. Sadly, just over a year ago, I lost my stepson who died suddenly due to a tragic accident. Before his death, he was in the process of making plans to buy a camper van and go travelling around the world. Sadly, that didn't happen. Anyway, this isn't a sob story, I'm just explaining. Shortly after, about 6 weeks after that, I then had an accident and really hurt my neck and shoulder, which meant I wasn't able to work as I was previously a dog groomer. Being a dog groomer is quite physical, even though people think you just play with puppy dogs all day. Anyway, so I thought rather than sit around and mope and be miserable and depressed, as life's pretty shit sometimes, I would pull myself together, throw my stuff into a rucksack and head off to Southeast Asia for a few months, which turned out to be 4 months in Thailand with a little 2-week trip to Vietnam in between for a bit of a visa run. So I had a fantastic time in Thailand, but I came back to Europe, probably a mistake at the time. But anyway, I decided to jump into my camper van and spend the next 5 months travelling around Europe. So I've had my camper van for a few years. She's an old girl. It's an old Mercedes Sprinter and it's a self-built. It wasn't self-built by me originally, but I've added quite a lot of stuff to it and changed quite a lot. In fact, it's not much original stuff left now. But I used to just go away for weekends and obviously the odd week here and there when I wasn't working. So it's been ideal. I've been able to move full time into my bus whilst I'm back in Europe. And it's been great. Not having much stuff around you all the time might seem negative to most people, but honestly, apart from the fact I wear the same clothes week in, week out, it's great having a small space because you can't accumulate a load of crap. There's not much cleaning to do either. So it works great for me. I really enjoy it. I've been all over the place. I've been down to Romania, up to Sweden, Norway, Finland, Slovakia, Serbia, all over. Anyway, had an amazing time. Currently, I'm in Germany whilst my van gets repaired. I've been stuck here for a couple of weeks now, been a bit of sofa surfing between some family and some friends. But right now, I'm waiting for the bus to be repaired. I have a couple more weeks left in Europe, and then I will be going somewhere very exciting, which I will tell you about later. So going back to Thailand, it was fantastic. The people are absolutely amazing. It's not called the Land of Smiles for nothing. I was a bit anxious before I went, as I'd never been anywhere like that before. In fact, I'd never been out of Europe before. So it was a pretty big adventure for me. I had an absolutely fantastic time. Great food, great people, and the best weather ever. But like I said, I did come back to Europe, as that is home. Travelled around for quite a few months. And again, met some wonderful people, been to some amazing places. Some of the best places I've been, particularly, were up in Finland and Norway and Sweden. And Romania was an absolute blast as well. I did not expect that to be as good as it was. Anyway, about the channel a little bit. So I've decided to keep real to myself as much as is possible. Give you guys a really honest opinion of places. You know, a lot of things you see on TikTok and on YouTube are very glorious and wonderful and all the lovely, lovely, shiny side of the world. Well, the world isn't like that. Sometimes you go to places and they're a complete flop. So when they've been a complete flop, I've let you know. Also, I'm not one for going out drinking and partying. This is a very subdued travelling adventure. It's very much sit on the couch and have a cup of tea whilst watching where I've been and what I've been up to. If that's your kind of thing, then great, you're going to love it. If you're looking for nightlife and, the cheapest pint in a country, this is definitely not for you. Cheapest coffee? Yep. Cheapest cake? Yep. Cheapest beer? No, definitely not. And the other thing is I am 52 or 53, I can't even remember, 52. And, I've got quite a lot of aches and pains, dodgy knees, dodgy back and neck at the moment. And I'm not exactly the healthiest person. Again, I will give you the truth. When I go somewhere and there's 8,000 steps, you're going to know about it. If somewhere's really easy and cheap and, fantastic, you're also going to know about it. I love eating, as you can probably tell. but I can't always afford to eat out, so I do cook a lot in my bus. Obviously, Thailand was different. That was eating out every single day because it was cheaper than actually cooking yourself. My aim for the whole channel is to keep it honest, keep it real, but also, more importantly, I'm doing this for me because it makes me answerable to myself. I could have gone into some deep depression last year when everything went completely tits up. But I decided that wasn't the way, and I also decided that my stepson wouldn't want that. He was very much living in the moment, and I've decided to try and do that myself. By doing a YouTube channel, I am answerable to myself. I have to get up, I have to go out, I have to make videos, and sometimes I don't want to, but generally, once I start, I'm having a great time. It just gives me a way to be answerable to myself and not spend the rest of my life laying in bed doing nothing, feeling miserable. So again, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that's been following me and giving me really positive vibes. It's great. I've really enjoyed doing this. I will continue. But I'm going to take a couple of weeks off now. I've got a huge adventure coming up and I've got a lot of planning to get on with. I'll just give you one little tip of where I'm going. It's gonna be warm. That's all you need to know. And I will be travelling with somebody else. Although they won't be in front of the camera, they want to remain behind the camera. That's fine. And I'm also going to be meeting up with some family and friends whilst travelling for a whole month. But again, I will give you the update. Once everything's confirmed, I will let you know the plan. Please stay tuned and I'll keep you updated. Again, thanks again, guys. It's been great. So my philosophy is live in the moment as much as is possible.